Good afternoon. Let me extend my welcome to you to our first ever San Diego North Young Life virtual banquet. My name is Brad Scandrett, and as you heard earlier, I'm the area director here in San Diego North. Now, I must be honest, a month ago I never thought I'd be sitting in my backyard recording this video. Now, we all had such high hopes that we would be face to face today, shoulder to shoulder, enjoying good appetizers, bidding on silent auction items, and having drinks at the Ventana at Lexus Escondido. But here we are, sheltered in place. I want to say thank you for taking the time to join us, to jump online with family and maybe a friend and hear about the great things still happening in our Young Life area. Welcome. I'm really glad you're here. Students today are living in the most disorganized world that we have ever seen. For our young people, this may add a greater level of anxiety too. Now, while getting extra days off of school may sound fun at first, it does bring big questions for kids about teaching, learning modalities, sadness over sports and events being canceled, uncertainty about graduation, challenging family logistics, and low-grade uncertainty that puts everyone on edge. Now, there's also conflict at home, and students from broken homes are now stuck in those broken homes. How much more important today is it for Young Life leaders to be reaching into those broken homes to care for students? Now, in the midst of cancellations here all around us, here is San Diego North Young Life's promise to you and to students. Conversations will not be canceled. Relationships will not be canceled. Affirming and lifting up students will not be canceled. God's word will not be canceled. Hope will not be canceled. And above all, love will not be canceled. Now, most of you know how difficult and different it is to be a student today. I'd love to take a few minutes to share with you how what Young Life brings to the table is helping students. Students today are busy, so Young Life gives them space where they can unplug. And we do that at camp, where they turn in their cell phones and don't get it back till the end of the week when they get on the bus. And most kids would tell you they didn't even miss their phone. We do that at campaigners and club, where we have a great time. Students today believe lies, so Young Life tells them the truth about who they are, about what God has to say about them. Truths like they are dearly loved, they are unique and special, they are created in the image of God, and their lives have a purpose greater than themselves. Students today are alone, so Young Life gives them friendship. They give them friendship with caring adults with no strings attached, with adults who can help them feel like they belong. Now, I'm sure you've heard the ratio of 5 to 1, and it reads in its data that says every young person today needs 5 caring adults in their life who take initiative, speak the truth, show genuine interest in their life, share openly about their own life, and as my friend Scott says, he was on committee, he says, affirm as much goodness as they can see. Students today are empty, so Young Life shows them life to the full. You heard Jonah refer to this verse earlier, John 10:10, where Jesus says, the thief comes to steal, kill, and destroy, but Jesus says, I have come that you might have life and life to the full. We share what life with Jesus looks like with students. Students today are restless, so Young Life gives them peace. And not just peace, but a complete and whole peace. Students are experiencing an unprecedented level of anxiety, so Young Life helps them connect to the giver of true peace, Jesus. Students today are aimless, so Young Life gives them direction. Students today are just going through the motions, most of them not even realizing that the trajectory that they are on is not going to lead them to the life they hope for. Young Life helps them find the path to real life. Students today, as you know, are depressed, so Young Life helps them find hope. In a world where depression is on the rise, Young Life brings laughter and joy into those dark places. From skits at club to program characters at camp that invite students into a story of redemption through laughter. We bring hope. Students today are isolated, so Young Life brings them healthy relationships with healthy adults who will love and care for them, as I said earlier, with no agenda. And the key word, remember, is helping students find a place where they belong. Young Life helps students belong. Now, students today are distracted, so Young Life helps them focus. Life today is complicated and full of distractions, and Young Life comes alongside students to help them focus on the things that really matter, like healthy relationships, friendships, and so much more. Students today are surrounded by things that are fake, and they themselves can even be fake. So Young Life shows them what an authentic life looks like. So much of life today for students is putting on a mask, putting on a show, building up a wall to cover up who they really are. In Young Life, we help them to be who they really are by taking down walls, helping them remove the masks to be the children of God they were created to be. Now, students today are lost, so Young Life helps them find meaning. Now, what do we all do when we're lost? I don't know, but what I do is I look to places and people around me to help me find my way. A friend of mine said it this way a few days ago. Luke had Yoda. Frodo had Gandalf. Elastigirl, she had Edna. Heck, even Simba had Rafiki. Every significant character in history had a guide, someone to develop their talents and steer them into their full potential. This is what a Young Life leader does with each student they know and care for. We help them find meaning in their life and point them to the one who made them and gives their life meaning. That's Jesus. Young Life leaders are guides for students to invite them into an adventure with Jesus to experience change, healing, and life. As I said earlier, students today are living in the most disorganized world that we've ever seen. What we are trying to do in Young Life is bring order and shalom to students' lives. Shalom is the peace of God, the peace that surpasses all understanding, peace that brings healing and hope, no matter how disorganized their world around them is. What we bring to the table, what Young Life brings to the table, helping students unplug, find fellowship, direction, a full life, laughter, and more, it's not new to us as a mission. In fact, what we provide to students today is the core of what and who we are. And I believe that the mission of Young Life is poised for greater success and significance now, more than ever before in our history. And I'll leave you with a couple more thoughts. For almost 80 years, Young Life has been all about the good news, the gospel of Jesus Christ. Just this past week, I heard a friend of mine, Dr. Nate Landis, say, read the good news before you read the bad news. And right now, there is unparalleled need around all of us. And Young Life leaders are God's ambassadors of hope and reconciliations to students in a time of great uncertainty. Now, we are also holding our mission to share Jesus with students with open hands. We don't have all the answers, but we know the one who does. There are 18 middle school and high school campuses in our area. It's over 28,000 students, and this is our mission field. These are your students, and we are going to continue the mission with your help to bring hope and peace into their lives. Thanks for listening.